Blast off.
Hello, everyone.
It's got a
welcome
blast, Tyler.
to the
Fucking get your shit together.
God.
No,
The
mine's
very-
blast off. Yours is not a blast.
It's the 9th episode of Secrets
Hey,
of the
if
Lost
Bravado can't do that, you're not allowed to either.
Summit. I kinda
That's
hurt my
everyone
forehead.
Stops
That was dumb.
bravado.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the very 9th episode of Secrets of the Lost Summit. I'm Kyle, and I'm your DM for tonight, and I have to deal with these nerds all night long. How are you guys doing?
That's an
You know, I don't
exclamation point nerd in chat.
You know how I'm feeling, Kyle?
How are you feeling?
Sheesh.
Okay.
I just knocked over so many things on my computer just from pushing away.
No, I'm doing good. It was a good day.
We're fine. It's fine.
Oh no, don't drop the glass. Okay, I almost.
Fighting firewalls once again today, but that's okay.
Fighting firewalls? Just
Yeah.
some walls.
That
Well, it's like
sounds-
it's hard to get to them
sounds
sometimes.
So hot.
Just spray it with some water.
Did you just say spray it with some water?
Firewall, right? Put some water on it. I guarantee it won't come back.
Yeah, probably not.
These are life hacks, bro.
I'm gonna make a
Life hacks.
reoccurring wizard villain for you guys that just casts wall of fire all the time, so you can always say that you're fighting firewalls when he shows up.
Hell yeah.
No. I'll
Hey,
give it.
chat. Buy Dogecoin.
Yep.
I mean,
There was that.
You want to be rich in the next year and a half? Buy Dogecoin.
I'm just trying to get some mad stomps, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Stomps.
Once it hits $1, it's to the moon, my friend. Once it hits $1, it's to the moon.
I just need to get paid so I can put my entire paycheck.
It's a good idea.
No, don't do
Pay,
that.
pay your bills and then do that.
No, Bills, never heard of.
Save for college, Tyler.
No.
Who
don't
needs
fuck-
college when you have a Dogecoin?
Yeah,
Catherine?
Catherine.
Oh
Who needs
my
college when you're a
God.
millionaire off a meme coin?
You'll let the 18-year-old be on Reddit for 1 month.
Oh shit!
Where's the lie?
Holy cow!
Hey, look, I'm on like 2 Reddits.
That's
Apparently,
too
that's
many.
too many. Yeah.
I said I'm on the Toaster Boy Reddit and I'm on the Dogecoin Reddit.
It's not the twit. It's actually the Objectus Mechanicus.
Well, Coinbase's IPO went live today, and Doge is on Coinbase, so that's kind of why I think.
Yeah, that's why it
got couldn't.
shot up.
Yeah.
I was looking into it because I was a little upset.
Yeah, because Elon Musk didn't even say anything about it today. Like, it's just been doing this.
Daddy
Musk
Musk
didn't
has
say
talked
anything?
about it today.
I mean, he said going to the moon really soon, like 3 days ago, but that could be about anything.
That could literally be about him going to the moon. So
Yeah, like, could just be SpaceX. I don't know.
Space what?
SpaceX?
Yep, that's what I said.
SpaceX.
Yeah.
I live on Mars. Okay.
If the party ever gets lost, that's how we have to find each other.
we don't play Marco
If we
Polo.
get separated and lost, just.
I feel like if we ever go to like a convention together, that's also going to be how we locate each other.
Never hang out.
No, I've got too much social anxiety. If you guys leave, you're on your own. I'm not hunting you down. I'm not looking for you, and I'm not playing Marco Polo.
Not
You're-
Marco Polo, silly face.
I'm very small. I disappear into crowds quite easily.
You
I'm-
will be an adult and have like marking points. If we get separated, we meet there on the top of the hour every hour.
I'm a broad human being, so you can always find me.
Yeah, I just kind of like look at people and they're like, I. That's all.
Plus, I'm just a himbo, so it's really easy to locate me.
A what?
A himbo.
I hate you.
Like,
Is he
how
wrong?
tall are you?
Am I? You're going to sit there and tell me that I'm wrong?
He's like 5'11".
She came down in a bubble, bro.
Right, Michael?
What?
You're like 5'11"
I'm 6 foot.
on Tinder.
Oh, so he's 5'11".
No, look, I am 6 foot. Why would I lie about my height?
But it's okay.
Yeah, quit being mean.
I'm 5'2", so it's fine.
Yeah, cat is small.
And now you
Going
guys
on-
really know.
Going out with
No.
short girls is very interesting because they're like so tiny, and I'm just like, hello.
Whenever we were meeting you guys, Catherine, Jacob was like, "Look, that's him." And I was like, "I thought that was a child."
No, I am an adult woman. Believe it or not.
I have bills and debt, but I can't reach the top shelf. Shut up, Catherine.
Not yet.
I have bills and debt.
Me too.
It's fine. It's fine.
Okay, yeah, I do. I lied.
Bills and
Well,
debt. That's
Doge is about to change that for me and for all the homies.
That's the
And
game.
for all the homies.
All
bro.
the homies eating, bruh. That's what I'm saying.
It's the game.
I mean, if you saw my tweet earlier, I'm fucking not lying about that.
I believe you.
He said, I'm going to be able to get everybody 2 cheeseburgers at McDonald's.
We're getting double cheeseburgers instead of McDoubles, bro. Let's go.
You know, just honestly, like, let's talk real talk for a minute. I miss a quality value meal. Like, there's no good value menus anymore.
Just Taco Bell.
But Taco Bell has
Taco
a
Bell's
quality
is fire.
Not as good as it used to be.
You can get a mini quesadilla, 3 cheesy roll-ups, what is it? What's the burrito that's on there?
The bean burrito.
A bean burrito. You can get
You can't get the mini
a
quesadillas.
Chipotle chicken roll-up for like $7. Legit.
Can
I
you
used to just get. I always get like whatever their box is, and then 2 of the Chipotle roll-ups.
Yeah,
Like, dude, I didn't think I was gonna like the quesalupa as much as I like it.
I know. It's good.
You want to know
That
what I miss though, bro?
That shit's good. What?
I miss the queso burrito.
The BLT soft taco they have is pretty freaking good.
The BLT salt taco.
Mm-hmm. It's very yummy.
That changes everything.
I miss the loaded potato griller.
Yep.
Yeah. They have the spicy potato burrito.
Yeah. And taco.
It's taco, that's what it is. It's not a burrito.
It's yummy. It's very good.
Taco Bell was like the spot that Kyle, our buddy Jordan, and I would go to every day after class in high school.
Just Taco Bell's amazing.
We would take turns paying. And the first time that the next semester we didn't have a 7th period, so we left early, and that wasn't during the $1 griller hour, and it was my turn to pay, and it was like $22. And I was like, "You bitches are expensive." And the lady on the through the intercom started laughing, and I was like, "Fuck, they heard me."
I liked when they did the like $1 double decker tacos. They had Chipotle one and out.
What?
Bro, I can talk about Taco Bell for
She
hours.
said what?
Can we play Dungeons and Dragons now?
I'm talking about Taco Bell, Catherine.
Can we play Dungeons and Dragons now?
That's it. Therion's inventing Taco Bell.
Oh no.
He's giving up the time. He's giving up the time, lady, and just making Taco Bell.
The time lady.
They already invented breakfast sandwiches.
There's music
Bro,
playing.
hear me out. Hear me out. We can make the party gold by opening a taco stand called Time for Tacos.
Taco time.
It's always time for tacos.
Right, and then it'll be just like, sponsored by Cadencia.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Damn it, I'm in.
I'm sure the goddess of time will really appreciate her name being slandered across Taco trucks.
Well, hold on. First of all, there's no
Son of a bitch,
slander when
I'm
you're there's no slander when you're being approved by tacos.
And I don't think it could be a taco truck. I think it'd be a taco cart.
No, it's a truck. We have time on our side.
My name is Cadencia, and I approve this message.
Yo, Cadencia, can you take us to the future so we can get a better vehicle? How do you know about that? I just assume. Can you do it?
I just need like one truck and like a lot of gas. That's
That's what the Taco Bell is for, right?
Ha.
Ha
Ha.
ha ha.
Ha ha ha. Anyway,
Cadencia is unamused.
the last time we were here with these nerds, our party found the Ubbin Falls that they had been looking for, where some weird timey-wimey shit was going on. They found a party that was stuck in some kind of time loop after being attacked by some familiar fish people in the water. They themselves decided to fight those fish people, and upon having a better outcome from their battle, were able to seemingly break the time loop for the old adventurers, who now seem to be resting better than what they were. You guys swam through that lake as some of the fish people got away. You went straight into the waterfall and found what seems to be a temple to the Time Turner. Found this large dome room with a statue to the likeness of Cadencia, and upon entering and inspecting and altering a clock that was hanging from the statue's neck, you seem to have sent the entire temple back into some kind of almost like a Stone Age, where your clothes changed, your armor changed, your weapons changed a little bit. And while inspecting the rest of the room to figure out where to go from there, a strange man appeared behind you and addressed Therian as if he was an old friend. And that, I guess, is where we'll pick up. So, whatever you guys are called, what would you like to
The
do?
Manticorians.
We are the Manticorians. This is the way.
I feel like there was no official vote on that one.
I feel like I was the only one coming up with ideas, so you can shut your friggin' mouth.
Whoa,
No.
whoa, whoa.
All of
Whoa,
my
whoa,
ideas.
whoa,
were shot
Whoa,
down.
whoa, hey,
Shut
hey,
up.
whoa, oh, hey.
Stuart, I'm kidding.
But for real, shut your fucking mouth, Tyler. I love you, buddy.
You know what? No, you.
Oh, damn.
So in like brackets, the Manticorians, name pending. After. What would you like?
Quotation marks.
What would you like to do?
Who are you?
I'm still in the wall hallway.
You are still up in the wall hallway.
Voice kind of changed there. You okay?
Why, I'm pathetic. You should get used to finding strange faces in strange places if you are going to ascend to one of Cadencia's acolytes.
That rhymed and I didn't appreciate it. But what do you mean?
I appreciated it. It was pretty cool.
Yelling across the hall. Just, thank you. He goes, I'm the first official cleric of the Time Turner.
I probably just get down on one knee and bow and I say bye.
There's no reason to bow to me. I am no better than you are. I'm not even actually here.
What?
He goes, I'm the first official cleric of the Time Turner. You know how long ago that was?
That's a fair point. Yep. Mhm.
You see, once you become a priest of the Time Turner, once you pass on, you are free to linger within any of her temples.
So we're here to help.
Not entirely. There's only so much we are allowed to do. You see, the trial is yours to figure out, yours to complete. Just like as I did and the few after me.
The few?
There have not been many acolytes to the Time Turner. Not many people make it even as far as you have, let alone through the Temple of Time.
This is...
What age are we in?
What age, like, is this room in?
Yes.
Well, this is the Age of Runes.
Age of Roots?
Some 700 years ago, right when the existence of man started here in Ivastea. The gods allowed Cadencia to have the same treatment as any of their acolytes. She had multiple all over Ivastea. It didn't take long before many people running around with the powers of time caused issues. Some of those issues still reverberate today.
What
Seems
kind
that to
of
be a
issues?
problem.
Well, imagine common people like you and me running around with the ability to change time, alter it, bend it to their will. Timelines are fragile. They're easy to break when rules are not put in place. When that started happening, the other gods held a meeting, a council, if you will. Cadencia was in agreement, and it was a unanimous vote that she only have so many priests. They limited her to 3, stripping everybody who had once prayed to her of their abilities, and they declared that she make a grand trial that anybody who wants to be a Time Turner themselves would have to go through. She did.
So I have to do this trial?
You're already in it, young Therian. The moment you got that book from your father, you started your trial.
And what about my father?
I said that there were few past me. 7 to be exact. 7 priests in the past 700 years have made it through the trials of Cadencia. You see, the gods wanted the trials to be difficult so that some lowlife or power-hungry creature couldn't easily become a cleric of hers and wreak havoc across Ivastea. They wanted the noble, the good, to get through. Not to say that your father or anybody else wasn't noble or good, but it's just not for everybody.
So if I fail this, I just poof away?
And that is one possibility, and there's a possibility that many people meet. Then you become a remnant in time.
Does this have to do with these other people randomly popping away?
Possibly. There's only so much I know, as past my time as a cleric of Cadencia, I have just stayed within the temple. I don't know much of current events, except for the few people that come in here and tell me of them. If there are disappearances happening in this way, it's a possibility that somebody has cracked the code of Cadencia and are using it for wrong. The gods have tried to limit how much the Time Turner can intervene in what humans do. If there is somebody who has cracked the code and is using it for wrong, it's up to her priests to fix it. Only when it becomes a major problem do they intervene.
So what I would have to pass this dungeon to help the people out there.
Essentially, yes. I mean, you can leave by all means and go help them in the ways that you know now. But to become a cleric of Cadencia, there are self-sacrifices that need to be made. You have to prove that you are worthy, so to speak, of the power of time. It's a fragile subject.
I'm just gonna start walking up the stairs.
To leave?
No, like you walk up the stairs to go to like the next part of the dungeon.
There are no stairs.
I thought you said stairs popped up whenever I moved the hands with the clock.
No.
There's a hallway up here.
There's a hallway up where Ophelia is, but that hallway is just like on a flat wall 60 feet up.
Oh, I
Really?
thought you said.
No stairs popped up.
Okay.
So, what are we doing? What's happening?
I have to complete this temple.
How do you do that?
Well, I'm guessing I have to start by getting up the 60-foot flat wall.
I could help you there.
How?
Can't do this for everyone, though.
Well, I mean, that only gets me 20 feet up.
She can move you 20 feet every 60 seconds. Every 6
Oh.
seconds. Like, you can move people up and down.
Oh, okay.
I can't. I have my broom, yes, but I can't get everyone on it. You know.
Can you get Jackson on it?
I'll throw it down to him. I probably could have done that in the first place, but
Well, does it require attunement?
No.
Oh.
I didn't know. Okay. Well, you guys can just borrow the broom, but you better fucking give it back.
I have no interest in keeping your broom.
Okay. Then I don't cast that spell, and I just let everyone use the broom to get up here.
Okay. As you guys walk over to like underneath where the thing, you walk in like the floor. The floor is like pristine. It's clean, but like there's a couple of like cracks. As this is very much like when the temple was first built. You walk over and it kind of like slants down just a little bit towards where the crack was, and like there's like some dirt has like piled up in that like edge of the wall. That's where the broom lands when she drops it down.
That's where the broom lands?
Yeah, like when she drops the broom falls, and there's like a patch of dirt that's underneath where the hole is.
Dropping the broom's not gonna break it, is it? I didn't
No.
even think about that. Okay.
I mean, really, you could drop the broom and right before it hits the ground, say the command word, and it would float.
True.
Okay.
Do that. While they're flying up here, I guess I'll just look around. I don't think I really looked around that much last time.
You want to look around the hallway?
Yeah.
All right, you kind of look around. You walk down a little bit. It goes about... probably about 40 feet down, and it's just like a 5 by 10 feet tall, 5 feet wide hallway. It goes about 40 feet down, and then there's just a wall with what looks like a clock is on the wall.
Okay. That's it? There's nothing else like along the walls of the hallway or anything?
Nope, not that you find.
Hmm. There's just a clock down here, guys.
Am I up there now?
Yep, you can float up there on the broom.
I'll go.
You
Then
said-
I'm gonna go to the clock.
Clocks are like rare, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
so like I don't really know how this would work, or I don't even really even know what a clock is.
I remember we made history checks. I don't remember what. I know Jackson knew what they were. Therian knows what they were. If you want to make a history check, go ahead to like know how they work and everything.
Sure. Hang on. History.
You know what like Therian and Jackson have shared with you about how they work. But you're not like you don't know the mechanics behind how a clock keeps time and stuff like that, or like reading it and whatnot. You couldn't tell what it says.
But I know it's a clock.
You know it's a clock because Therian
Okay.
has been with you for the past 2 weeks and he's got them all over himself.
Yeah. It's another one of those things.
They're not things. They're clocks.
I mean, clocks are things. I wasn't wrong in what I said.
But you don't have to refer to them like that.
Oh, here I can.
Are you? Is that really what you're gonna get your panties in a twist about? Is I called the clock a thing?
Do not disrespect the clock.
Sorry.
I'm just gonna go look at the clock.
Okay. Go look at the clock. It's maybe like 2 feet in diameter. And like the clock face is like carved into the stone. And then you notice kind of like the statue that the hands of the clock are not attached.
Can I put them on?
They're not like part of the stone. They're attached. They're like made out of metal. They're not attached like part of the stone. That's what I meant. They're there, but you can move them and stuff.
What time are they set on right now?
They're all like hanging, like limp they're all at 6.
I'll put one of them at 10 and one of them at 2.
Okay. Jackson and Zittlezap, do you guys stay down on the ground while they're doing all this?
I think so.
Stay down on the ground. Stay down on the ground.
I pushed the button like 4 times and it just wouldn't work.
Are you down on the ground with Jackson?
Yeah, I'm probably just looking like I'm not going up there.
Okay.
Oh, give me my broom back, Serial.
Jesus.
Sorry,
okay, so
that
you
was
start,
unnecessarily aggressive.
You start spinning the hands to put them on the 2, the 10, and the 6. And as you spin them, Jackson or Zittlezap and Jackson, can you please make me a Constitution saving throw?
A what?
Bro, you couldn't just come up.
Okay. Okay, so Zittlezap, you pass, so you're fine. Jackson, you do not, so Zittlezap, you'll take half this. Jackson, you'll take all of it. And Jackson, you are launched as you guys hear a come out from the statue, and like this purple energy comes across the whole floor, and it knocks you on your butt and pushes you about 10 feet towards the wall, Jackson. As you get hit by like this blast of arcane energy. But as it goes, you watch as like circular cracks split in the floor, but they're not like cracks like broken. They're like slits that were put there on purpose, like lines, like indents in the stonework, and they crack around and they kind of make like a target shape, and like sand spits up out of the cracks as they kind of like place themselves, and then the center and the statue fall down like about 10 feet, and then it stops. And you guys hear all this happen, and it happens as you're spinning the hands on the clock, Therian. You hear the and as soon as you stop with the 10, the 2, and the 6, it all stops moving.
Okay. What happened?
What? I don't know.
Jackson.
Jackson's
Sorry.
like 120 feet away from you right now. Down
I'll
the
just go to the
hallway.
end of the hall.
Okay.
You guys good?
Yeah, I'm fine.
I'll be okay.
You see Jackson laying on his ass, standing himself up. And you notice that the statue has sunken into the ground about 10 feet with like a 5-foot block of stone around it. And you notice that there are lines extending out of it in like a target shape going. There's about 6 different sections.
Okay. Does it look like there's anything like I can put in these slits?
No, they're like the slits, like the one that you would in the center lines up with the statue falling. And then each section of stone is the same size as the one that's around the statue. Like you could probably shove anything into the slits, but like you don't know where the slits go.
I mean, I'll just put like. Shoot, I don't have like a knife. Or I guess I have a knife. Put like my dagger in one of them.
Okay, so you put your dagger down into the slit, and it falls in, and you grind it against the stone for a little bit and pull it out. Nothing happens.
Can I look around for anything?
Sure, make a perception check. Looking around, you notice that along with the slits that are making the target shape in like a spoke pattern coming out from the center with the statue, there are additional slits that are much thinner and they're not broken apart yet, but they look like they were in the process of being broken apart, that go in a spoke pattern around the entire room.
Is the room a clock?
What do you mean by broke apart?
It looks like where the target pattern is, that those slits have broken, and that's why you could shove the dagger inside of it. It looks like there are more that were going to try and split, but whatever made the room do this stopped, and they never finished, so they're still together. It looks like the whole floor is meant to separate or move in some way in a bunch of different sections.
Okay. What is this big purple?
That's
What
just
is
a
this?
statue.
Okay. Then, okay. Then I'll go back up top,
Okay.
and I'll just move like the hour hand.
Okay. So you
Forward.
start spinning the hour hand forward, and you hear the grinding. Jackson and Ziddlezap, you watch as. Do you just keep spinning it?
Yeah.
You watch as the statue starts to go down, and a second layer on the outside of the statue starts to fall. And when that hits about 10 feet, the third layer outside starts to fall. And then the fourth layer starts to fall. And they all keep going in until they make a funnel shape, and the statue's at like the bottom of the funnel. And as he keeps spinning it, you watch as the statue continues to go down so that there's a hole in the middle of the room down at the bottom of this funnel. And then it continues to spin, and those slits that were making the spoke pattern, they crack apart, and you hear like a and just a around the whole room. The different layers start to break apart into steps that go down in a spiral pattern down to the middle of the room. Eventually, the steps lead straight down to like the hole, and then you hear like a final and the room is still. Even if you continue spinning the clock, you guys stop hearing noises. You're muted,
And I'll
Jake.
just...
He said, I saw what he said.
I think we got something down here.
Yeah, I imagine like Therion is not good at like sitting on the broom because he's too big, so he just like holds it and just lets it float him down.
Jesus, that's ugly.
Well, can you get it back up here?
Yeah, I just like toss it up.
Okay.
And then I'll
Cool.
just start walking down the steps.
Wait, so we're just gonna walk down there?
I mean, you don't have to if you don't want to.
No questions asked. We're just gonna trust a ghost.
I mean, I trust ghosts all the time.
Yeah,
He's not just a ghost.
Oh. Well.
Oh.
Well,
This is an advanced ghost.
anyway, an advanced ghost. Sure.
I don't mean to burst your bubble there, Therion, but ghosts are ghosts, whether they're advanced or not.
It is a little different. It's different than the ghosts that I'm used to.
Look, I have to go down these stairs. Whether you all choose to join me or not, it is your call.
It's kind of dark down there.
We've come this far. Hey, we have torches? Right? We have torches?
Yeah, I pull out my continual torch.
Oh. Well, that's good. At least we have light.
Uh-huh.
You can see in the dark because it was out.
Yeah, it's the things that I can't see in the dark that scare me.
That's valid.
I just start walking down the stairs.
Okay, so you walk down the stairs and eventually you get down to like the bottom of this funnel and you see like this 5-foot circular hole that leads down.
I'm gonna follow him, but like
That the
It's
statue
very-
continued to go down through that hole.
Hmm
it's probably really slow. Like like most people walk down the stairs like one foot at a time. He's definitely like 1 foot and then puts his other foot on the on the stair, and then the next one, and then the next one. He's like, oh my god.
You get down there, Therion, and you like hold your torch down in the hole. There's no floor in sight.
Huh?
Like it just looks like the hole continues down.
I want to light another torch.
Okay.
Just drop it.
Okay. You drop it and you watch as it keeps falling for a little bit, and eventually it hits like the head of the statue and tumbles to the ground. You estimate that it's about probably about 100 or so feet down.
Well.
Is there a
If there's
handrail?
water in it, then technically it is a well.
That's a good one, Ziddlezap.
Do the
I'm
stairs
really
have a
scared
handrail?
right now.
The stairs do not have a handrail.
The stairs don't have a handrail?
The stairs don't have a
No.
handrail.
No, the stairs don't have a handrail.
That's so unsafe.
He's probably holding himself going down the stairs. He's like, 1.
I've been sitting on my broom this whole time. I didn't even take the stairs. Just floating.
I mean, we could use the broom to get down there.
We could.
We could jump.
Or we could not.
I mean, I'm not gonna jump. I don't even want to be here.
I don't think I can survive that jump.
Well, it's just a question of how we get the broom from down there and back up. I'm not very strong. I can't, like, toss it, you know?
Can't you say the command word and it starts floating?
Yeah, but it won't go anywhere.
Yeah, like,
Oh. I got you. I pull out rope. I tie one part of the rope to the broom. I tie the rest of my rope. Or I don't tie it, but I hand it to somebody. I'm like, we'll just go down one at a time. Just reel the broom back in.
are you first, Therion? This is your thing.
Yep, and I'm gonna do.
Wait. Do you think that maybe we should tie the rope around the person? That way, if they fall off the broom, we can still hold them. Because, like...
No, just sit on the broom. It's the broom that we need to bring back up so everyone else can go down.
Yeah, but once you get down there, couldn't you just tie the broom on it and do it back up? I mean, just for safety reasons.
There's just so many extra... If I'm going to be completely honest with you, I don't trust the three of you to hold me up.
Well, I mean, I don't trust the three of you to hold me up, but we still got to look out for each other right now. That's a really far drop, and it's really scary.
Well, the difference is you weigh 50 pounds soaking wet, and I weigh at least 300 from my armor.
I don't weigh 50 pounds.
I said soaking wet.
No, not even soaking wet.
Then you're fine.
Nope, falling still hurts.
You might fall like a leaf down then. Like, you're just gonna float.
Nope.
We all float down here.
We don't all float, we all fall like bricks.
I'm gonna hold on to the broom.
Has a good point, just in case, you know.
And I say the command word.
Okay, you start floating.
And I just go down.
Okay. So you slowly descend down into the darkness of this room as your torch kind of illuminates it a little bit. You hit the ground and you step on it looks like almost the same room, just the opposite. You look up and you see a tiered dome above you coming down like this, and then it goes down a little bit, and there's the floor.
Mm-hmm.
And there's sand all over the floor, carved into the cracks of the stone and whatnot. And the statue's sitting right next to you, and you are able to let go, and the rope goes back. You guys are able to pull it back up. But you're looking at another symmetrical room that's just one big circle.
Mm-hmm. Is there any way to turn the room upside down?
No.
No. Hourglass.
Here's a question.
So you guys pull the rope back up. Who's next to go down?
It's okay. I'll wait. You can go.
Would you feel safer going with me, Ziddlezap?
I don't want to throw out the weight distribution. I'm already scared.
I've flown with you on this before.
I'm just scared.
You can hold on to me. It's okay.
No, I don't want to do that.
You're an ancient warrior, Ziddlezap, and you're scared of flying?
Well, 7 of the 9 times I've died, something with flying has happened. At least in one of those lives. So yes, I'm scared of flying. It's not really the flying part that scares me. It's the sudden impact at the bottom.
It's landing.
Yeah, hard.
I will catch you. You.
I'll just
Ziddlezap's knees buckle. All right, I'll see you down there.
So, do you let Ophelia go by herself? Or do
Yeah.
you get on with her?
Nope.
I'll go.
Okay. So Ophelia goes down. You see the same room. And you send the broom back up.
Yep.
All right. Jackson and Ziddlezap, you now are the only two left with the broom at the top.
There's a rope,
Here you
right?
go, Jackson.
There's a rope.
Hand him the broom.
I'm good. And I just grab the rope with my metal arm and slide down it.
The rope's attached to the broom.
Oh,
Yeah.
then I'm gonna get on the broom and... Just kidding.
Let me tell you how you shouldn't do that.
So
I'll just
Jackson,
grab
He
Yeah.
starts to slide and Ziddlezap's like, I'm not strong enough for that.
Jackson,
You better activate the broom right now.
you easily float down. And Ziddlezap, you're able to pull the rope back up.
I think I'm good right here, guys.
You got this, Ziddlezap.
I'm a
Come
pure
on, you big
bitch.
baby.
I'm not a baby.
You're kind of acting
Acting like
like one. Hey, we haven't done that in a long time, Jackson.
A long time.
A long time.
Yeah, love it. The sibling insult. Thanks.
Behind you,
love that.
Zittlezap, you hear a and you turn around.
What's
And
the word to?
It's like
The Elvish word for fly.
Yeah, that would be it, but
Jackson just yells it back up the chasm.
started with an A, but I don't have it written down.
oh, why don't I have it written down either?
Ratio.
I have it. I have it.
Oh,
I have it.
bless you.
I thought I wrote it down. I'm sorry.
Was I right?
Arrivederci.
I remember it starting with
Arrivederci.
an A.
That's definitely.
Like
Gorlami.
Alucard or
Salami.
Gorlami.
Your
It's my
mom.
favorite. My favorite thing to quote from *Inglourious Bastards*. Well, you're the second best Italian speaker in the unit. But sir, I don't speak Italian. Exactly. I fucking love that movie.
I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen *Inglourious Bastards*? It's good.
You should.
Did you find it,
Okay.
Kyle?
It is Alico.
Alico.
Okay. I probably hear the noise behind me, and I'm like, all right, I'm coming down. Alico. And I grab it, and like, I am death gripped around the body of the broom. And I'm just like, nice and steady. Nice and steady.
Zittlezap, if you break my broom, you owe me a new one.
If I break this broom up here, I'm dead, so you're not getting one.
In your next life.
So
I will
Zittlezap,
track you down.
Zittlezap lands, terrified, and hands you back his broom, and you're able to wind up your rope. And as you're finishing winding up the rope, you look up and you see that the hole where you guys descended from, you watch as like spiraling down and coming out, you see like a flick of sand, and then it becomes like a constant trickle of sand, like hits
Oh,
the top
son
of the
of a
statue
bitch.
of Cadencia, and you just hear like a constant just shh, and it
We're in an
flows-
hourglass.
It flows over the
Did you
statue
not
of
realize that on
Cadencia.
the way down here?
No, the sand kind of clicked.
I'm
You know, the whole
I'm
thing.
gonna walk over and I'm gonna punch you right in your armor. Just as hard as I can. I just punch you right in the thigh.
Okay.
You brought me into this death trap via flight, which I hate, and now suffocation, which I hate just
No
as much.
breathing.
It's gonna be fine.
Okay, what else
Does
is
this
down
look
here?
fine? And I'm gonna look down. There's like sand in my shoes. I got
What?
sands in my boot.
Zilzap, you mean suffocation?
No
No
breathing.
breathing? Man, I don't even give a fuck if I cut my arm bleeding.
Well, I mean, you already
your
did
red
that.
alarm?
You already did that once.
I know.
It was like a lot of blood, obviously, because it's gone.
I'm like,
Actually, it was kind of automatically like cauterized because it was a fireball.
I'm gonna look around the room.
Okay.
Or,
Yeah,
a
me
way
too.
to stop this.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna walk around and panic.
You walk around in panic. Therian, go ahead and make a perception check.
Can I just keep my last one?
Arian, how are we gonna get out of here?
No.
I don't understand how we're gonna get out of here. The sand, it's falling so fast. I don't know what to do. Can you please help me? We need answers. Therian. I'm gonna be shaking. I'm panicking.
Okay, so
Somebody-
you
my throat's getting dry.
and Ophelia start looking around the room as Zittlezap's probably just chasing you around, terrified. The sand
Zilzap.
is slowly trickling in, and eventually you notice that it starts to cover up the statue of Cadencia completely as it starts to make a mound in the center of the room, and the mound starts to slowly spread. But it's a big room, so it looks like it'll take a while for it to fill the room. But you start looking around the room, and you notice that on the south wall down here, there is what looks like a giant like wheel on the wall. Looks like almost like a, I mean, for us, it looks like a game show wheel, like a big dial. And it has the phases of like a moon cycle around the whole thing. It's just made out of like made out of stone, but like set into the stone, with like metal inlays that show the moon cycle that shimmer in like this silvery light on your torch. You look at that, and then you continue traveling around the room, and the only other thing that you notice at the north end is there is another very similar dial, except instead of moon cycles, in the middle of this one, it shows like what you would interpret eventually as seasons. It shows like at the top there's like a just like the sun shining, and then in one quadrant there's like a snow flurry, and then in the next quadrant there's like leaves blowing everywhere. In the last quadrant there's a big flower that's blooming. And you see both of those. They're both about 6 feet tall, like they're as big as you, like the whole wheel is.
Cool.
Can I like spin it or?
Would you like to spin it?
Yeah.
Which one?
Let's do the moons.
Okay, so you'd be down here. Yeah, you go and you grab it, and it takes a little bit. Make like a strength check.
Cast guidance.
That's not something I could do.
Okay, so you go to grab it and pull, and there's like pegs coming out of it, so you can hold on to them. But you go and pull, and it's not really moving, and then it's slowly moving, and it takes you a minute, but you hear a as it cracks, and then you're able to. It slowly starts to spin, and you notice that slowly, like one crack goes up the wall next to the dial. As that happens, Zittlezap, Jackson,
Yes.
panicking, trying to avoid the sand, you notice a slight shift in the pile.
There was a slight shift in the pile. Do you see that, Zilzap?
I'm like, I got water. I'm so thirsty.
Like,
It's
it's-
just all over it.
it's a very
He's not getting any of it.
It's a very smooth, like, pyramid of sand because it's hitting the statue and then cascading off of it. So it's staying in a nice pile. But you notice that all of a sudden there's a lump that comes out of one side and then dissipates back into it.
I don't like lumps.
I'm gonna.
Does it feel?
Therion?
There's something in the sand.
Did it
Therion, I think I'd be safer up there, and I'm gonna climb up Therion's back.
Still-
run over to Therion and just help me. As he's,
Zittles, what are you?
pulling-
Get off of my back!
You're
Nope,
pulling
I'm
around the
good right
moon.
here. I'm gonna just like koala bear on his core.
As you're pulling down, you like get another good pull before you have to like start fighting off Zittlezap, and you watch as the crack that you made going across the wall kind of spider webs a little bit, and then it stops when you stop pulling on the wheel.
Still, if you do not get off of me right now,
I think you're doing a great job, but I can't get down.
I'm gonna like try to pry him off of me.
Okay, go ahead and make. Or is that like a grappling check with Zittlezap as the aggressor? Probably. So
Contested strength
yeah, go
checks
ahead
or
and make
something?
contested strength checks.
Alright.
Is it athletics?
Grapple.
I think you're allowed to use athletics. Yeah. As that's happening, Jackson and Ophelia, you watch as another ripple goes through the sand, and
I'm
you
gonna
watch
Up
for-
on my broom.
for like a split second, Ophelia, with your very high perception. It looks like fingers almost come out and grab the rock, and then sand kind of covers up the fingers.
Oh, I don't like that. I'm definitely getting up on my broom. It has fingers.
What has fingers?
The thing.
What thing?
That thing.
Zittlezap, Therion gives you a couple shoves. It takes longer than you thought it would. He's very clung on to you right now, but he
Please don't
one
let go
last
of me.
shove,
Please don't let
and
go
you
of me.
clunk fall to the ground. As Ophelia starts screaming about the sand having fingers.
I grab his leg.
Go hug Jackson.
Go hug Jackson. Go talk to your dad.
I don't know my dad.
I kick him off.
So you get kicked off as Jackson, you notice, very visible this time, a hand bursts out of the sand, grabs the stone like floor. You watch as it like pulls and an arm starts to come out and it starts to get to like a shoulder before the sand completely covers it up again.
That's a big hand.
Big
Okay.
hand.
That's a whole ass arm.
What did the hand look like?
A hand.
No shit, Sherlock.
I like turn around and go, that was a stupid ass question.
What color was it?
What color was the hand?
It's made
Khaki?
the color the hand is made out of the sand.
It's oh.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah! I'm gonna try climbing back
Sand
up on this area.
man.
Okay. I spin that wheel some more, dog.
Okay, so you start cranking the wheel and you pull it down a couple more and you look as across the room on the floor, slowly another crack appears and starts to crack a little bit, and it's spider webs. They don't look like very deep cracks, but they're cracks nonetheless that start. And you watch as the sand kind of trickles into one. It fills it up pretty quickly with how shallow the cracks are, but it trickles into the crack. And as that happens, you guys watch as one hand bursts out of the sand, grabs the rock.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No. What's up, Ziddlezap?
No, oh, I was like, can I crawl up Therion and like get at the top of the wheel and start like kicking it, like trying to force it down fast?
If you
The
would like
hamster
to,
wheel
sure.
just running.
Sure. You start like shoving it down and it goes a little bit faster, and you watch as the crack spider webs a little bit more, but it doesn't get any deeper. It just looks like it's spreading. You watch as one hand bursts out, grabs the stone. This time it doesn't get covered by sand, as another hand bursts out, grabs the floor, and you watch as they push up.
Can I like cast Sacred Flame at the hands?
You have to stop spinning the wheel to do that.
That's fine. Ziddle's not spinning the wheel.
Ziddlezap is not spinning the wheel.
Ziddle's out. Shoot the hands.
I imagine that whenever he lets go, I try like just using my body weight, but I'm still going the opposite direction. Like, Therion!
Hey, Jackson. Either go spin that wheel or stab that hand. You don't have a choice anymore.
As you watch as the hands push up and his shoulders start to appear, and then a head starts to pull out of the sand. It doesn't have any facial features. It's just a smooth sand like face, pulls itself up, and it stands about 10 to 12 feet tall over you. As it gets itself out of the sand, it pushes itself up on the statue of Cadencia, and it looks like it looks at all of you, and it roars, and it makes a noise. It makes a roar, this deep like guttural roar, but sand just like kind of spurts from where its mouth should be as it roars at you.
Oh, he's not nice. You're not a nice boy.
Oh my god.
Damn, he's hot.
No, he's hot!
Is it sand?
Huh?
It's made of sand.
It's made of sand.
I hate
We're
sand.
fighting sand. Sandman.
I'm gonna pull the wheel as hard as I can.
Okay, so you yank down the wheel. I need everybody to roll initiative. You watch as the cracks kind of spread a little bit more across the part of the room that they were in. And you look as the cracks are coming in, you see that around the cracks, small patches of moss start to appear. And the cracked part of the stone starts to look almost weathered on that last like yank that you pull down on the wheel.
Kyle,
Yes.
I still have my gift of alacrity from the fight before we got out in here.
Yeah.
It lasts for 8 hours. Okay.
No, you changed time, bitch.
Have we received the benefits of a long rest?
No, you have not.
No. Yeah. Good thing I didn't cast that levitate, actually.
All right. You guys watch. Therion, you... Let me not do this.
What's your dex?
What's... Oh, the Golem's dex?
Mm-hmm.
+1.
Ha ha! I go first.
All right, what do you do, Jackson, as this
Well, I'm gonna
sand
immediately-
creature pulls itself out of the sand?
I'm gonna draw my sword.
Burp.
I'm gonna cut my hand. And I'm gonna ignite my sword.
Okay. And just as like a word of note, the sand where you and Ophelia are is probably to about your knees right now.
Okay, so is it
I'm
tough terrain?
flying.
If you
Is it
were on
rough
the ground.
terrain?
Yes, where you are.
Okay.
I'll draw like an outline of where the sand would be.
I can still get to him though, right?
Oh, yeah. It would just
Okay.
be half movement, so yeah, you're fine. You kind of like go, like push yourself through the sand over like the statue of Cadencia and get yourself over to him.
Cool. And I'm gonna go to town on this big boy.
That hits.
It does. So 11.
Okay. Oh, here we go.
What is this circle, Kyle?
That is where the sand is so far. If you are
Okay.
within the
rough
sand,
terrain.
it's difficult terrain.
Gotcha.
Okay. So you walk up to it and you stab your sword into it. You watch as like the rite of flame kind of heats up part of it, and you watch as it kind of turns like a bright red. The part that you stabbed in turns bright red, and it kind of molds together. And you look as it makes like a glass pattern. And as you yank it out, you hear like a ksh as it kind of shatters. But then the sand kind of just into the hole that you created.
Hmm.
Okay. So then it looks at you and it lets out another roar as sand just sputters from its face into your mouth. Or out of its mouth into your face. It reaches out with one of its hands and is going to try and, like, grab you.
Oh, I didn't take my... I'll use my bonus action to do that other thing. Oh, I don't think I have one of those. No, sir.
It goes and the sand kind of just splats. It's not, like, fully created yet, so it kind of just splats across your front. And then it goes with its other hand and tries to grab you.
No, sir.
Still trying to get itself up all the way. It kind of flops in front of you and it just roars at your face as it tries to grab you. Therian, what would you like to do?
I'm going to look at the sand golem, and I'm gonna hold my hand out like wide palm, and I'm gonna just go slow down and turn like the clock that appears backwards, and I'm gonna cast Bane on it.
Spicy. That's
It's got to make a charisma save.
No.
Now, for every attack and saving throw it makes, it must subtract a d4.
Yep.
And then, I don't know if I have bonus action things. Oh, I'll do that and just get my first level spell slot back.
Okay.
And that's all.
Cool. And you watch as, like, now that you've stopped yanking the wheel, it stopped turning, and the cracks have stopped. The moss has stopped growing. They aren't spreading anymore. Ziddle's out.
I'm just gonna look at Therion and be like, I told you this was a bad idea.
There it is. That's what I'm looking for.
Why were you looking at moving that thing towards me, Kyle?
That wasn't me.
Oh, I was like,
I'm just gonna look at it and go, die! You just need to die.
Yeah, that hits.
I don't think it's on. I think it might be a save. I think it might be in there wrong, bud.
No, I think Witch Bolt is an attack.
you have to hit,
Yeah, you have to hit with it.
and then you don't have to hit for the rest of the spell.
Okay, that's okay.
Yeah.
And then I'm just gonna hope for the best.
It's good to hope, buddy. It's okay.
It's okay. We'll get there. I'm gonna just be like, get out of there.
Okay. Ophelia. You watch as this thing tries to grab your brother, and Zittlezap yells at you from behind to get out of there. What would you like to do?
A couple questions.
Oh no.
Does it look like the fire damage that Jackson did, like, didn't really affect it, or like?
It did what it usually does.
Okay. Also, does it seem like what Therion was doing, moving the wheel, is helpful to us?
Make like an intelligence check.
Oh no. Okay.
It's not hurting you guys.
I'm gonna cast this on Therion.
Okay. Oh. Okay.
So he doubles in size.
Mm-hmm.
Any strength save or check he makes is at advantage.
Mm-hmm.
He's weapon attacks do an extra D4 damage. That for the next minute.
Okay. Cool.
Bro, now we're gonna go square up on the sand golem, dog.
Do whatever you want. I casted it on you. That's what happened. That's my turn.
Okay. You guys watch as the sand has continued to fill in the room. It starts to get bigger as the pile continues to move out.
Well, I thought you meant the golem got bigger.
No, the pile of sand filling the room is getting bigger. Jackson, what would you like to do as now the sand's up to like your waist as you're standing right next to the statue?
To my waist. I'm just gonna attack him again.
Okay. Yep, that hits. Okay.
Another 11.
Okie dokie. Yeah, you watch as the
That's
fire
minus
goes
D4.
for the save.
To the Bane.
Come on, get a 4, get a 4, get a 4, get a 4.
Okay. Yeah, you watch as you slash at it again with your sword. It kind of cuts across it, and you watch as the heat from your blade heats up some of the sand, and it forms glass, and then shatters, and more sand fills in the place.
Am I missing something here?
Hit it with more fire.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Anything
Fire
else, Jackson?
good?
Fire good.
Okay. Fire good.
Anything else, Jackson?
Fire makes sand see through. Wait, what's happening?
I didn't know.
I think Jackson's deciding to do
Thinking.
anything else.
No, I'm not going to use my other formula yet.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm done.
Okay. So the sand golem. You watch as some sand kind of fills up. It kind of bulks up just a little bit. And it's going to reach out and try and grab you again. Jackson.
A 20 will do it.
Let me see.
Minus D4.
I'm rolling it. Does a 17 hit?
17 does hit.
Okay, so it goes and it grabs you. You take 10 damage as its fist kind of just right into your chest.
Ouch.
And then you watch Ophelia as like its hand stays on Jackson's chest, and sand just starts to encapsulate all of Jackson until you can't see him anymore. He's just kind of like just like sticking out. Like you see the shape of Jackson, but sand has covered his entire body. You are restrained and blinded.
Okay.
Okay. Shit.
That's not cool.
I'm straight up having a bad time.
Therian, what would you like to do?
I'm guessing spinning the wheel is my action.
If you would like to spin the wheel, yes.
Whatever you want. You're a big boy now.
I'm gonna spin this bitch, bro.
Okay. Spin the wheel. Make a strength check to see how fast. Like you can move it no matter what, but to see how far you move it.
Go, Mongo!
I'm at advantage.
You are at advantage because of the enlarge. So you go and you again just whoosh, you watch as it just for a little bit. You hear like grinding and some sparks fly out from the metal mechanism that's holding it on the wall. And you watch as the cracks, spiderweb and the mold and the moss on the cracks kind of extends, and it kind of gets larger around the whole room. They start to connect around the room a little bit. But you watch as they don't get any deeper into the ground. So like the sand falls into it a little bit, and then it just keeps filling up as the cracks continue to spread around the room in like spider webbing.
Are there like did the cracks like stop making after
And once
a
the
while of it
wheels
spinning?
once the wheel stops spinning, the cracks come to a stop.
Is my movement speed increased when I'm big?
I don't think
Um,
so. No. Doesn't affect your movement.
Take me 3 turns to get there. I think I have to spin the other wheel now if I want these cracks to get any deeper. And I think I'm the only one strong enough to spin the wheels.
My strength is a 6. So,
How far
All
is
right.
it?
I'm just gonna Hulk my way.
I look at Therion and go, I'll get the other wheel.
You can't spin the wheels. Focus fire the big boss.
Literally fire.
Oh wait, here. I'm gonna move over here instead.
Okay. So you start across the room, right at you, Zittlezap. What would you like to do?
That'd be terrifying.
As big boy Therion just towards you.
I'm 12 feet tall now.
I look at him and go, onward, Mongo! And I'm gonna crawl up him and then look at that thing and go,
Dude, he can just sit in my hood now.
All right, so you zap it as your witch bolt is like connected to it, and it like screams in pain as it looks at you, and you watch as the sand sputters out of its mouth, and with how big it's getting, it looks like it could almost reach you with like spitting the sand at you.
I'm just gonna sit on top of Therion's shoulder now.
Okay.
Not bro, just get in my hood.
No, I'm on your shoulder.
Okay, that's fine.
All right. Ophelia, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna fly up to where I can hit the thing with this without hitting my brother.
How high up are you?
I don't.
High end.
It's 100 foot
High
room.
end.
It's 100-foot room.
How tall is this thing?
The golem is about 12 feet
Yeah.
tall.
So maybe like 20 feet up.
Okay.
I don't know why it didn't. Why I have it in wrong or somehow or something. It didn't roll damage.
Burning hands. Make a dex save.
Takes 3d6. I might need help with the like macro to get it to work right out, knowing what's wrong with it.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. But it fails, so it takes 9 fire damage.
9. Sorry, I had to.
All right, let me see. I could have done that. You
I can
disrespectful
click the
piece of
button
shit.
faster than you
You
can type.
disrespectful piece of shit. No. You watch as the Okay, you watch as you fling your burning hands at it. As some a cone of fire kind of spreads out from your hands and spreads over the whole sand golem. It screams in pain, and you watch as once the fire has kind of like melted over it, it looks like it has like an outer layer now that has hardened a little bit. It's turned into like this molten glass looking exterior. It's still able to move, but you watch as like its movements are a little bit slower, and as it like moves its arms and its hands, it kind of cracks the glass in those areas.
Think we found a weak spot. Fire good.
Fire makes sand see through.
Jesus.
Good Mongo. I'm gonna like grab his head.
Jackson, what would you like to do?
Can I break out of it?
You can.
Is that how that works, or is it just kind of like a while the golem's alive thing?
You can certainly try.
Oh no.
Make a strength check to try and break out of it.
Okay.
No, I should have enlarged Jackson.
Oh, not a save.
What's the difference?
Nothing. It's the same.
Oh, it's the same? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see if he's able to hold you. Brings it down to 17. So inside you hear Ophelia and Zittlezap and Theron. You hear like a and you watch as the sand where Jackson was, it's filling up, so like you can barely see like the top of his head. You watch as it shifts a little bit, but then it kind of settles, and you don't see Jackson come out.
Oh no!
Can you hold your breath?
You can hold your breath a minute plus your con modifier.
So 3 minutes.
No.
Okay, well, then you should be fine.
Only problem is I'm right next to the fucking thing.
Jackson,
It can't punch you if you're inside of it.
Yes.
can you make a Constitution saving throw for me, please? Okay, you're okay. So you only take 5 more damage as some of the sand gets into your lungs. You can feel it burning your throat. Slowly realizing that if you can't get out of here, you're going to end up suffocating on the sand.
Oh no.
Getting hit with the witch bolt, which is still kind of like connected to its shoulder. It's screaming in pain as it's trying to move around in its semi like hardened state. It screams and it looks up at you, Ophelia, kind of whiffs its hand up in the air and unable to reach you with how high you are. You watch as it just kind of falls into the sand.
Huh?
Therian, you watch as it comes out of the sand right next to you and it's going to try and punch you.
Bruh.
Bruh.
No.
No. It's kind of like it's trying to stay within the boundaries of the sand as it's filling up the room, so it kind of like lunges out and tries to get you, and you're just far enough away to where its fists kind of just swing wide past you as it's screaming at you since you're the next closest target, and you can hear the muffled screams of Jackson are still right next to it. What would you like to do, Therian?
I don't know if this thing can I don't know if this thing can understand me or not.
What would you like to do, buddy?
Thinking. I'm thinking.
He's
Okay, so I know that like Zittlezap could not pull the wheel, but if him and Ophelia both went to pull the wheel, could they pull it together?
It's not out of the realm of possibilities.
That's the plan. I think I gotta square up on this thing.
No, I'll get him. Just give me a second.
I'll try.
Alright, I'm going to... I don't like this. Alright. You know what? I don't know how does, if you restrain something that has somebody restrained, are they unrestrained?
I don't think so, no.
Well, that's some booty.
I mean, I'll look it up if you want to try and do it. Let me see.
I'm just gonna hit it. I'm just gonna... I'm just swinging my mace at it.
Okay. Yeah, I'll look that up and select next turn or something. You want to do it? Yeah, that hits.
13 damage.
Okay. Yeah, you swing your mace and you take a nice chunk of sand as it bursts the sand out, and then you hear like a as like some of the glass starts to shatter across its chest as you swing at it. Anything else?
And then
there?
you know what? I'm gonna... 5, 10, 15. Not there. To there.
You're gonna move all the way over there?
Yeah, it can swing at me.
It's gonna try. He's an angry boy. Nope. Zittlezap's still on your shoulder, I assume?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait. I didn't realize he moved.
Ziddlezat, what would you like to do?
I wanted to see if I could use my reaction to jump on this sand column before he moved.
Go ahead.
Oh my god.
I need to make a roll.
Make an acrobatics check to stick the landing on the sand golem.
You're supposed to help me.
Yeah, so you jump and land. Oh, that's
No.
Therian.
Cat, I'm going for the. That's where I was.
I accidentally grabbed you. I had to move you to get Ziddlezat.
No, you're good. I'm going for the wheel. You attack the sand golem.
Okay.
Okay.
So now what would you like to do? It's your turn, Ziddlezat, as you are on top of this screaming sand golem.
I'm going to get right in its face like, give me my friend back! And I'm going to... I'm going to Hexblade curse it.
Okay.
And then I'm going to stab it with my Hex Dagger.
Okay. A 10 does not do it, buddy.
I'm going to stab it with my offhand.
Okay. Yep, that'll hit. So you go and you swing one time with your
That's a crit.
main hand, and it
That is a crit.
that is a crit. It kind of your blade just kind of skirts across the top of it and kind of just scratches the glass part that's been created, and then as that happens, it screams at you and you shove your other one right into its its shoulder blade. Go ahead and roll damage.
And then it gets another D4. Mm-hmm. It's my offhand, so I don't get the dex bonus.
Yeah.
Oh, it does 6.
Okay. Cool.
I'm just on top of this dummy's head.
And it roars at you.
He just has his knives in his neck just riding along with it.
Yep, pretty much. He's really just...
I'm about to ratatouille this bitch.
Ophelia, what would you like to do?
Can I see at all where Jackson is?
You cannot see him anymore, but you can hear him, his muffled screams are right next to the golem.
So do I have kind of a general idea of where he is?
Mm-hmm.
So could I shoot a firebolt at near where I think he is to try and make a weak spot, so maybe it's easier for him to break out?
You would risk hitting Jackson. Because you would know that you would superheat the sand that's right above him, so you risk hurting him inside of it.
It's just gonna be a little extra crispy.
But yeah, you can if you want to.
It's about to get hot in here, Jackson.
Yeah, that hits.
Oh.
Okay, so you shoot the fire bolt at right around where you hear Jackson's bubble screaming, and you hit it, and it shatters for a minute, and you see Jackson's face just comes up out of the sand. Jackson, you'll take half of that fire damage.
The second I see his face, I cast Healing Word.
Okay.
Fuck. That fucking macros are fucked up.
And then with the hole that she created to kind of give you a moment to breathe, you can have advantage on the next con save to not take the damage from the sand.
And you get 5 hit points back, so I didn't actually hurt you.
You net gain 2.
You did. You just gained 2 hit points. So Jackson, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna try to break out.
Okay, go ahead and make a strength check.
Strength or con?
Con is to see if you get smothered. Strength is to try and break out.
Thank God. You rolled
Alright.
a 1.
He's moving too slow.
So you're able to out of the sand. You get your arms out. The sand is still up to your chest, but you're able to pull out your arms with your blade and get a big deep breath as the sand kind of pulls off your chest for a minute, not smothering you anymore. What would you like to do?
That was my action.
Yes, that would be your action. So you have your bonus action, and then you can pull yourself out to try and move at half movement.
I think I'll just stay where I am. I'm good. Yeah.
Okay.
Jackson, oh my god.
That was not pleasant.
I hate sand.
It's coarse and rough.
Sand continues to start to fill up the room. As Sarion's bolting to the other side, the golem screams, and it's gonna try and smack you, Zittlezap, on its shoulder. So, 13, does that hit?
No.
All right. And then it's gonna try to grab you, and when it misses, it's just gonna swing its other hand back and try and smack you, Jackson.
Dumb bitch.
Nope.
For 9. It doesn't, and it's kind of just in pain, kind of just swinging its arms back and forth, not able to hit either of you.
This is very funny to me. Tyler's just sitting here like, bang! Bang!
Honestly, it
This is
makes
the
my
most
job a
work
lot
I've ever-
easier. I'm okay with it. At
This is the
first,
most
it was
work I've
annoying.
done out
Now
of
it's nice.
huh?
Tharian, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm so close. And like, if I dash, then I can't do anything at all.
Mm-hmm.
Sacred flame.
Sacred flame? What do you think I am? A bitch?
Okay.
Don't know. Sorry.
Oh.
Oh. True.
Yep, that hits. That do be a thing. Spicy. As your arcane bolt of purple energy comes whizzing through the air, it hits it right on the side of the head next to you, Zittlezap, and you hear a big psh as it kind of shatters part of the glass on its head. And it
And
roars.
the next attack on it has advantage.
Okay. Zittlezap, it's roaring at Tharian. You know that you have an opening. What would you like to do?
I go down, Mongo number 2, and I'm gonna stab my blades into it again.
Okay.
Try to almost act like I'm directing it.
Yep. So the first one's at advantage. Ooh!
Spice.
Oh yeah.
Does Hexblade's Curse give you anything?
That's a motherfucking
Hexblade's
crit,
Curse
bruh.
gives me extra damage, a crit range of 19 and 20,
Okay.
and then let's see.
Oh, so it
And if they're-
adds your charisma
That's it.
modifier, and okay.
Yeah, but my charisma mod is the same as my dex because I'm big flexing.
Hot. So yeah, it'll take 9.
Oh wait, it's gonna take 3 more
Okay.
because I rolled that damage without the dex because I was using my offhand on the last attack.
Okay.
And then you know what? Fury of the Small. Take an extra 3.
Hell yeah.
Hell
Okay.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Love that ability, bro.
It's so stupid.
I'm doing so many minuses and pluses. Oh my god, I can't handle it. Okay. So that's your first. Are you doing with your offhand too?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
He's gonna like twist it around in his fingers and try to like jab it into the side of its big fat neck.
Nice. No,
Not that.
quite.
Oh, there was a 17 there and it bounced off into a 7.
So
That
you
was
shove, you shove one of the daggers right into like its back, like right by its shoulder blade, and then you go and spin the other one and try and stab it into its neck, and you hit one of the glass chunks that Ophelia made when she hit it with the burning hands, and it just kind of grazes off the glass. You hear it scratch and kind of swings wide.
You're
When it
supposed to
scratches,
break
I'm kind
it.
of like, ah. Oh, that didn't sound nice.
Oh yeah, it's a good just. It's
Yeah,
not.
like nails on a chalkboard
Yep.
or well, like knife on glass, but you know what I mean.
Yep, it's not a pretty sound. Ophelia.
How are you looking, Jackson? Are you okay?
I'm
You
okay
look
for
good
now.
From up here, I'm a wink at it.
Thanks, bud. I'm doing okay.
That's
somebody.
inspiration if I've ever heard it.
Sweep the leg.
Sweep the leg.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
like
Turn its leg into
Yeah.
glass so I can break it.
I was gonna aim my firebolt for where you would swing at it. Yeah, cool.
Okay.
And you're okay? You don't need like a healing word or anything?
Not right now.
Okay, well, just let me know.
He's prepared with the friggin' Bane.
Okay. So you watch as you hit it with another firebolt. With how it's positioned and where Jackson is and how the sand has piled up, you only see like the chest and the shoulders of the golem, and Jackson's like up by its shoulder next to Zittlezap. Like it's all very one type place. You kind of hit it right next to Zittlezap on the back of its shoulder, and it winces in pain. And you watch as that like whole shoulder and down its arm kind of turns bright red and then turns into like a hardened molten glass.
Made a target for you, boys.
Jackson.
Yep. And I'm just gonna try and hit where she just hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Ooh, one fire damage.
One little flamey boy.
Ah, fuck you.
Yeah, you watch as you swing down and you hit the glass, and it kind of just indents the glass, and you scratch off of it as your fire kind of just like licks across it. Anything else, Jackson?
No.
Let's go, Ethereal. Let's go. I feel like I was
That's
a
a lot of
cheerleader in another
sand.
life.
It's a lot of sand. The room is slowly filling up faster and faster. Angry at you, Zittlezap. It's gonna swing at you first. With a nat 1, it doesn't get it.
Ah.
And then in the same
I'm
kind
in
of motion.
control of the arms, Mongo.
Yeah, it goes and like goes to grab you, and you hear like the as the glass like cracks and it can't quite reach you. The glass is like holding it in place, and then it's gonna swing its other arm at you, Jackson. For 15. Nope. And then it kind of just swings right over your head and kind of slams into the sand next to you, trying to get at you. And you hear some of the glass kind of crack on its arm as it hits the sand. Therian, it is your turn.
Swish!
Wheel of
Ooh.
Fortune.
Spicy. You run over and you grab it and you kind of just dive for it and you spin it and you hear a huge just as like you break the rust and whatever was holding the thing in place for this long. And it just around and around it goes. And you watch as the cracks spiderweb out all over the place, and then you watch as deeper cracks start cracking and falling into those cracks, and the sand starts to fill up those cracks. And parts of the floor kind of concave a little bit and kind of fall down just a little bit as it spins around and then eventually comes to a stop. Anything else, buddy?
And then I need to see something. Yeah, I got something else.
Okay. Ooh, okay. I think you could. How? Oh, you can cast it at 60. So yeah, you're gonna put it right next to it.
Spiritual
Yeah.
What does your spiritual weapon look like?
I like to think it's like a big clock
Ooh.
that appears in the air,
Mm-hmm.
and it spins, and one of the like minute hands shoots off of it into the golem.
Spicy. Yeah, that hits. So go ahead and roll damage. Roll 20 straight up doesn't have a clock. That's not a thing.
What's Cadencia's weapon?
No, I'm downloading a clock.
Oh, that one.
It's a big clock.
Oh, that's a large clock. And like I know it technically can't be ranged, but like.
Oh no, yeah, no, absolutely, I dig it. And you would know that Cadencia's weapon was a longsword.
Okay.
But that's it. So Zittlezap, what would you like to do? You gonna just go stabby stab again?
I'm kind of torn right now. Does Therion seem to like he's got it under control? Like, is the room still filling up with sand?
It is still filling up, but you see that the cracks that Therion has now made are getting deeper and deeper, and the sand is starting to fall into those cracks. So it kind of slows the process of the room filling up. There's still sand falling from the hole in the ceiling. That's still going on, but the cracks are getting deeper. And you watch as he spins it, you would notice, Zittlezap, you see almost like shadows sprint around the room and really fast. And you see it almost looks like another sand golem on the other side bursts out, and one of these shadows just disappears, and then the sand golem disappears. It's just these weird images are whizzing by around the entire room.
Oh, I don't like that. Let's see. Could stab it again. That seems like it's been working. I mean, I'm probably talking to myself and the stabbing's working. But I think Therion might need our help. Jackson.
Yep.
I think Therion might need our help.
What's going on?
I do not. Oh. I don't know if Jackson's strong enough to pull him though.
I'm a 1 in strength. I'm 12.
To do what? Is this one down here, Kyle, starting to spin in the other direction at all or anything?
No, the other one's not moving.
It's not moving. Okay.
Yep, it's staying just the way that Therion left it.
Would I be able to deduce that the spirits or whatever are helping us, or are they?
They don't.
Or is it just too much?
They don't seem to be affecting you in any way.
No, dude, that's the past people that tried to pass this trial.
They're it's almost like you're watching somebody else doing the same thing as you, just not on repeat because it's different people, but
Gotcha. So it's like we're watching the trial.
It's almost like you're watching a movie play around you. They're not affecting you. They're not harming you. They're not helping you. It's just happening around you as you're fighting the golem.
I mean, I think we have this fight under control. Jackson, are you hurt at all? Are you all right?
I'm okay.
And Ophelia, you're good too?
Fucking mint.
Cat?
Fucking mint.
The one that's been flying on a broom.
All right. I guess
they can't touch me.
I guess I'll just attack it again. I think that's safer.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm gonna go for the dagger again.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Woo!
Woohoo! Got so tired.
7.
Okay.
And then the other one.
Another one.
Another one.
Another one.
Another one. Yep.
Another.
That was almost a crit. It was
It was. It wanted to.
But no, it's not 7. It's only 2. No, 4.
Okay.
It's 4.
So yeah, this time you're able to just chink chink, and both your daggers go into its shoulders, and you hear it scream as it's trying to reach behind it to try and grab whatever's poking at it. Anything else? Just hanging out up there?
I mean, I think I'm just gonna keep pretending like I'm gonna be able to eventually control this thing by sticking my daggers in it.
Okay.
I'm probably
like joysticks
leaning
trying
on
to
it.
move. Yep.
Yeah, like trying to position it to the left or the right.
With every yank you're pushing on it just screams and moans a little bit more as it's trying to get to you, but it can't reach you.
I think that's probably what the dagger attacks are. It's not really me re-attacking. It's just
you're just moving it, just shifting it. You're just spinning it. Ophelia, what would you like to
Twisting
do?
the knife.
I have a feeling that if I try to do burning hands, it'll hurt my brother and Zittlezap, so I'm not going to do that.
Not if you hit that corner.
I don't know. Is there a way I could position myself to where I'll hit the golem with it and not?
Burning hands is
Yeah,
a cone,
Cone.
right?
Yeah. It's a 15 cone.
15-foot cone?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you could go like up here or in any of these squares, and like that would be your cone.
Sure. If it doesn't hurt my friends, I'll do it.
Yeah, there's definitely ways that you can angle it to not hurt your friends.
You're a smart witch.
What's that intelligence say?
I still don't have the like.
It's
marker.
a dex save, right?
Yeah. What the fuck?
So a 14, it still passes. So it takes half.
I'm upset.
That was some garbage.
That
roll
feels bad.
there!
I
That
saw.
feels bad, Cat.
I
It's
saw.
really
Um,
upsetting.
But let's see
It
here.
takes
Making us look
two.
It
bad.
takes 2.
Takes two.
Okay, you watch
I did that.
as
Ah!
as this purplish energy, as it's trying to like get out of the way of your spray of your burning hands. You watch as this like purple energy like forms over it and kind of like molds around it, and it goes to like dodge out of the way, and the burning hands hits it square on the chest. It's not able to get out of the way because of this purple energy like encapsulating it, and you hear it roar and scream as the red from the fire spreads across its whole body, and it kind of holds in one position as it slowly stops moving. And as the heat kind of cools down, you see that there's like a glass form of the golem sitting in the sand.
Is dead?
Shatter it.
Is it? Can you kill it?
I'm gonna break it.
Hell yeah, you are.
And then we're gonna roll my Rite of the Flame, which is another D4. Oh, that's 17.
Okay. You go and you like hit it, and when you hit it, you hit it, and your sword kind of glides off of it, and you make like a gash into it, but it doesn't hurt as much as you thought it would, as like you realize this is like a solid chunk of glass.
Is it dead yet?
I don't think so.
I'm confused.
Darian, what would you like to do?
Let's make a deal.
Oh, bro.
23.
Oh, you have advantage. I forget. Okay, so you crank it, same as the last time. It spins around a bunch of times, and you all watch as the ground cracks all around you, and you watch as one chunk of it completely caves in, and it kind of falls, and you watch as the sand pours into that one hole that Therian's made, as the cracks go up the walls, and you see mold spreading across all the cracks, and the room just keeps looking more and more weathered. Your clothes start to become normal again. You guys get your bonus, your -2 to AC is gone, as your armor turns back into more of what it should look like. It's not completely where it was, but it starts to become metal again, and there's more vibrant cloth put over it as you get back to what it used to be. Okay. Okay.
I don't know if it does anything to it anymore, but I'm gonna just keep swinging at it.
Okay. You watch as like your clock kind of scratches across the surface of the glass, kind of making a couple scratches. But it doesn't look like it's doing very much.
It's doing enough.
Ziddle zap.
His
Your daggers
dag-
are firmly planted inside of this glass golem.
Like I can't pull him out?
Make a strength check.
No, it's okay. If I like just... Is that going to take my action to try to pull him out, though?
Yeah, if you want to try and pull him out, it's going to take an action.
Oh, no, fuck that. I grabbed 2 more.
Okay.
And I'm going to just be like, oh, you know what?
Dog, you know exactly what I'm thinking.
Is that what I want to do?
What?
Kaboom. Just fireball the party. It's fine.
I can't fireball the party. I'm not high enough level.
I've done it. It's fine.
Don't do that. Don't you fucking dare.
Do what?
Just kidding. I know you can't because we're only level 3.
I don't even have second level spells. Like, what are you talking about?
Oh yeah, because you multi-classed.
Like silly goose.
What you doing, buddy? Oh, this one.
Okay, I'm gonna grab my 2 other daggers, but I'm going to Wrathful Smite.
Okay.
But do I have to hit though before doing that? Is that how that works?
Yes.
Yes.
So here's the attack.
Okay.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Total.
Yes.
Okay. So you wrathfully, angrily take out another dagger and go to slam into it, and you feel like the electricity bursts off of it as your dagger hits it, and kind of just spreads around the glass form of the golem, and your dagger kind of just hits it and kind of chinks out a little chunk of it and then bounces off.
Okay, and then I don't know if it makes a difference or not, but it technically has to make a wisdom saving throw or be frightened by me.
Even if it wasn't a chunk of glass, it can't be frightened, so.
Okay.
Even if it's big.
Ophelia.
And then, yeah, I can't do anything else.
What do I do? I'm confused about what is even going on right now.
Shatter it.
All I have is Firebolt.
Hit it.
Smack it.
Fine, I'll throw another Firebolt at it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
If we heat it up enough, it'll become molten glass.
Yeah, you watch as part of it kind of turns a bright red and kind of melts a little bit into the rest of the body. But yeah. You guys are out of combat.
Oh.
I'm just gonna stab it again then, like.
Oh, then I'm just.
Yeah, I
spinning,
want to.
bro.
Yeah, we're just.
Okay, so
I'm
as you
just
guys are
trying
all
to
doing
shatter
this, you're
this
like
thing.
sitting here like smacking the thing. Therian starts spinning it, and the ground cracks. And Zittlezap, as you like reach your dagger up to stab it one last time, the whole golem falls, probably about 10 feet with you on top of it. And you watch as the entire floor caves in around the entire room. All of you fall about 10 feet into like just some like rubble, and it kind of spreads out and turn as like big chunks fall into it. And then as you're falling, it keeps make a strength check to see how many times you spin it.
I needed that last kill, Kyle. I needed to kill it. Rude.
Okay.
It's-
Yep. It cracks, and as it starts to fall into rubble, you watch as more like remnants start to appear around you, fighting the golem, and none of them seem to be getting as far as you have. As it crumbles in, one other one, you watch as the floor crumbles in, and then one more crumbles in. You watch as 7 more people crumble the floor in, and it kind of matches up with you, and then eventually, as it starts to slow down on its spinning, the rubble keeps getting smaller and smaller. It's just like time like erodes it, and it gets smaller and smaller until eventually it's just like smooth sand and mixed with like dark gritty gravel is around the whole floor of the chamber that you've like fallen into.
Okay.
The room looks old and weathered. It has moss and cracks all around it, similar to what it was when you first walked in. All of your stuff is back to what it used to be. You discern that you're now back in present time.
We did it! Yay!
We did it. We did it. We did it. Yay.
I've got sand where sand should never be, Therion.
You're fucking telling me.
I'm gonna fly down to Jackson and like start like dusting them off. Are you okay?
I'll be all right.
I need you to stop doing that.
Doing what?
Almost dying?
I didn't almost die.
Come here.
Sure,
Come here.
okay.
I'm gonna help you out, Jackson. I'm gonna use
Okay.
prestidigitation out of my fingers a whole bunch of times, and like, and get all the sand off.
Appreciate you.
Anybody else?
I'm fine.
Therion?
I was not in the sand.
Yeah, of course you weren't. I'm like, I'm like getting it off myself now.
As you guys are getting the sand off of you, kind of calming down, getting your breath back, Jackson, you getting your breath back, Therion, you look, and the statue didn't move down with you, so the statue's about 10 feet above you, and there's just a pillar in the middle of the room. And you look at the pillar, and engraved around the pillar, you see pretty much the same image as the statue, but just an engraved version of Cadencia is around the pillar. And as the room settles and the dust goes down and you look at the pillar, it's the outline of her starts to glow like this bright purple color. And we're going to take a quick break. We're a little overdue, and then we'll get back and see what happens. We'll be right back. All right, everybody. Welcome back to the very 9th episode of Secrets of the Lost Summit. Our friends have defeated a sand golem and seemingly got through the dungeon or temple of the Time Turner. You guys are at the bottom of this small pit. You look up and you can see that the hole is still up there where the sand was trickling through. It's now like 110 feet up, but the sand has stopped. There's no sand around you, as it seems to have... Well, I mean, there's sand around you, but it's much thinner. You can just kind of walk on it. And it's mixed in with the gravel of the rocks that you destroyed as time has caught up with you. You watch as a couple of the remnants finish up doing what they were doing. You see this magenta-colored tiefling kind of whiz past and do some things and then just disappear. You see a small halfling run around and disappear, all doing their own thing, but they seem to be the ones that have completed this whole task. And Therion, you turn and you look, and on the pillar that the statue's sitting on top of, which is now about 10 feet above you, there's a carving of Cadencia that's kind of started to glow this iridescent purple color.
I'll just like reach my hand out to it.
And you hear a voice next to you, and it goes, "I've never been more proud of you."
Who said that?
You turn to your side and you see an older man standing there in front of you. Kind of graying, but like slicked back, still mostly brown hair. Kind of short and scruffy like you. He looks built well, but kind of has a little bit of a gut from the years going on. Wearing white long robes. He says, "I'm glad to see you made it this far, son."
Dad?
And he just kind of smiles at you, and you see he looks real, but you see like this iridescent purple glow is around him as well. Yes.
I just reach out to like hug him.
Yeah, and he embraces you, and you're able to. You give him a hug. You all watch as you see some tears fall from his eyes, and before he lets go, he quick brushes them away and lets go and kind of holds your shoulder, and he goes, "I always knew you'd be the Wind Waker that would make it all the way through here."
I just pull the book out. I'm like, I didn't look. I just open it. I'm like, did you figure this one out? You had to have figured this one out. You're here. You figured this one out. But like, and then I flipped it. And I'm like, well, what about this one? Did you get this fake?
Wait a minute. I figured that one out.
He kind of
Did you figure this one out
Team
too?
effort.
He kind of chuckles and looks at his
Team
friends and he
effort.
goes, "I've been watching. It was a little bit of a team effort, but you have a good team on your
It's
side."
all or nothing for me, buddy.
Ophelia,
That was
Just
my
you.
problem.
Jackson.
he didn't make it. I'm only whispering this to Ophelia.
Yeah, no, go ahead. I just don't want to talk over you.
They didn't make it through. Does he think he knows?
Arion?
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Shit.
Did you figure this page out? Did like the book fill it more for you, or like?
He looks down at the book and he goes, I didn't have friends like you had, Therian. I didn't take my time. I didn't take 15 years to try and figure out this book, although it feels like I did. I rushed through it. I broke the rules. I found ways of bending them and getting around them, and I suffered the consequences.
Oh,
And it's
what?
It's
What
hurt
do you
me.
mean?
It's hurt me every day, knowing that I left you and your mom alone because of my self-righteousness and stupidity.
But yeah, but you're here now, so it's fine.
I'm here because the Time Turner is allowing me to see you. I am simply a remnant in time now. It's like I never existed.
No, what? You're right here. What do you mean?
It'll take some time to understand, but this is what happens to those who don't follow the guidelines, don't listen to Cadencia on their journey like you did. And I'm so proud of you for that. You listened and you learned and you took your time, and now you're here. Our family
I just did what you taught me, and now I'm here, and you're here, and it's gonna be okay now because we're together again, and everything's gonna be okay now.
It will be okay, Therian, because I am always with you. And I'll always be there to look out over you. But at this moment in time, I can't stay. The gods have put a tight leash on Cadencia, and I have to stay with her until that leash is loosened, slackened. But, Therian, you can do that. You have that ability now. You have the choice. You can learn the ways of Cadencia and be one of her priests. One of the few who get to be her priests. I know that you can figure this out, Therian. If you got this far, I know you can get much, much further.
I've been doing this for you. To find what happened to you.
I know. And I knew that was your passion behind it. And I knew that this day would eventually come. But this is the sad truth that comes with want for power, but not the right mindset to have that power. It happened to my father before me, his father before him. We've been trying to do this for many generations. All of us just a little too hungry and not able to take our time and figure it out the right way. It's not a bad trait to have, by all means, but when it comes to this is something that, well, takes time.
So what now?
Well, she wants to speak to you, if that's all right.
Of course. Straighten myself up. Dust the sand off my boots.
And he kind of like reaches up and kind of brushes off your shoulder and grabs your shoulder and kind of squeezes one last time just to take a look at you. And Zittlezap, Jackson, and Ophelia, you hear a voice come, like you guys are standing off to the side watching this happen. You hear a voice come from like almost like right next to you. You hear a woman go, "Your father is right to be proud of you, Therian." And you guys look, and like a woman has manifested next to you and is just standing with you as if she was in your party. And you didn't even notice her there until she spoke.
Oh, hey.
Hello. Hello, Jackson, Ophelia, Zittlezap.
Of course they know our names.
Deserve to be here just as much as Therian.
Oh, thanks.
Do I know who that is?
She matches the statue and the carving.
I immediately just kneel.
Please, Therian, please stand up.
Therian, you
I
bow
started
to
to
no
kneel.
Is that what we do? She goes,
My friend,
you don't
you
have
bow to no one.
She goes, you don't have to kneel to me. I've been here this whole time, watching over you. Your father was there with me. He told me that you would be the ones to make it. A couple of times I didn't believe him. A couple of times I wanted you to know the dangers because, well, watching you guys grow together and alone, I fell in love with each of you just a little bit, and I sent that remnant to make sure that you understood the dangers, Therian, of coming this far. But you still pressed on, and you've made it. I'm sure that Thetic up top spooked you a little bit and told you about only 7 priests becoming, well, priests of mine, which he's correct, but it's nothing to worry about. He just likes to go up there and bother the newcomers.
It was a little bothersome.
And you watch as, you hear another voice coming from around the pillar a little bit, goes, I don't think I'm that bothersome. And you see that he's, manifested himself next to the pillar. And she goes, maybe lighten up just a little bit, but anyway, the choice is now yours, Therian. You've made it here. If you want it, that tome is yours.
What do you mean?
I'm sure that Thetic told you, but a long time ago, way before the planar divergence, the gods put a leash on me and my abilities. Rightfully so. I mean, I have the ability to change entire timelines, and that's a dangerous ability to have, and it's a dangerous ability to give mere humans. But like all the other gods, we all have our priests, our clerics, our acolytes. They didn't want to take that away from me, so they limited me to 3 at a time. I've never had that many. If you were to take it, this would be the first time that I do have 3 priests. Priests-ish, one of them being a little off. But I am allowed 1 more, and that 1 more is you at this moment, Therian. If you accept and you devote yourself to my abilities and what is needed of a priest of mine, I can bestow my abilities upon you, and you would have a whole new power set to learn and to grow with, and to help me fix the wrongs of past priests back when I had many, many ruling Ivastea.
I probably walk up and stand right in front of her And I kneel right in front of her and I go, I give my life to you.
She pats your shoulder and she goes, Hedron told me you would say that. Him and I are close friends. He told me many times that it would be you that would make it here. Everybody seemed to have their favor in you. I'm glad they did. And she kind of reaches down and reaches for the book.
I gave it to her.
And she takes it, and you watch as she kind of places her hand over the top of it, and you watch as the hands start to spin quickly as like a radiant glow of purple comes from her hand, and they spin, and then eventually they stop back in the position they were in. And she passes it to you, and she goes, you do know that by accepting this, you will be under the eye of not just me, but all the gods. They trust my priests, and they trust anybody who makes it through these trials. That's why they made me create them. But they also have to keep time intact. And if something goes wrong, it's on me to take care of it, and they oversee it as well.
Then I shall serve all of you.
She goes, good. I'm glad to know that you will be another one of my clerics. I wish you good luck in all you do, Darian, and I will always be here if you need me. I'll always be watching with your dad, and she nods over to him, with Thedic, with all the priests that have gone before me. We are always here. If you are ever to find another temple to us, we will be there as well. And she kind of turns and looks at all of you, and she goes, we're watching over all of you. You have great promise in you. Not many adventurers have done what you have done in the past 2 weeks. So much so that Palumis, I know, has taken a liking to you, young Jackson. Zittlezap, lesser gods, I know, have come in contact with you, but they're there, watching. They've always been there, and they think this is the one.
They think, what?
And she just winks at you. And
This
she
is
goes,
the one.
I know you've never been connected with us quite well, Ophelia, but our spirits, we see through them as well, and we will watch all of you. Don't make the same mistakes that we have and the people before us have.
How can you expect that of all of us, though? We're only human and goblin.
She goes, yes, of course, but we don't so much expect it from you, but we believe.
I'll take blind faith over over anything, I guess.
Well, good, because that's all we really have to offer. She looks up.
Speaking of, I don't mean to interrupt you, but how do I get in contact with Palumis?
Well, from what I hear, she's already gotten in contact with you.
Yes, but not verbally.
She's much more busy than I am, especially with only having 3 of you. I can spend a little more time with you personally. Palumis is Eopea's torch. Many people look up to her. She meets with people in the ways that she can when she's busy, but keep at what you're doing, and I'm sure eventually you will catch her light in a brighter fashion.
I don't particularly understand what I did to deserve her a look, a glance from her at all.
I won't pretend to say that I do either, Jackson. As All of us are fickle creatures that don't always make sense, but know that if you did get a glance from her, that there is promise in you, and she sees something that maybe other people or even yourself cannot.
It's somewhat comforting, I suppose.
You might not understand it now, and it might be a while before you do fully understand it, but I assure you, if Palumas has taken the time to answer your prayers and get to know you a little bit more, you have great things ahead of you. There are priests that spend their entire lives trying to get recognized the way that you have and fall quite short, so you're important.
I suppose we all need to find out why.
As it seems.
Why are we all God-touched? I mean, Therian, I
I'm
understand.
not.
Ophelia, be respectful.
I mean,
Therian,
I
I
appreciate.
understand.
This is the most straightforward a god or a ghost has ever been.
We don't do it often, but every once in a while we show our faces to show our appreciation for people like you who keep hope in the world. Well, most of us.
Do you have any idea what's going on at the Capitol? Is it too dark for all of you to see?
In Cashire, I've seen
We'll
it.
find out in time,
You will.
right?
Yes. To speak plainly.
Sticking to the theme here.
When I said I have 3 priests, one of them isn't entirely a priest in the ways of you or the other. Part of the rules is I can't give you their location, as if you two are ever too close to each other, or any of you are too close to each other. That's when those horrible things happen that caused the limits on my power. But somebody has figured out a way to tap into my magic. They've somehow passed the trials without actually passing the trials and meeting with me. And they're able to use it. And without being able to intervene, I have to let it go until it becomes more serious.
People disappearing isn't serious enough for a intervention. I mean, it's not like it's just 2 or 3.
I mean,
Getting up in numbers.
I disappeared 8 times.
Yep, you came back.
Yeah, so maybe they'll come back. It's all about timing. See what I did there, Cadencia?
Every time you guys say anything about time, she just kind of snickers. There are
I
very
think
few.
she gets that a lot, all the time.
I say it a lot too. It's unnerving. There are very few things that the gods find it important to intervene with. The natural flow of time must go on, as they say, and as long as they're not breaking any timelines or causing any dimensions or portals, my hands are tied.
Wait, Therion, can you reset timelines?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yet.
You suck, Therion.
She kind of
Get
just
good, Therion.
giggles and she goes, "You have to earn some of my powers. Not from me, but from the rest of them.
I know what that's about.
I know you do."
It's like she created the timeline.
I'm gonna sit down. I need a minute.
What is this? Does everyone get a question?
I mean, if you have something to ask, Ophelia.
Is our father still out there? Would you know that?
I know everything. From the past to the future, I can see it if I want to. You will see your father again one day.
Well, I was gonna ask where the other priests were. See, that's not a question you can answer.
If you ever do run into one of them, mind yourself, Therian. It's very dangerous for any of you to be too close to each other, and especially use your magic within the vicinity of each other.
Noted. No spells around the other priests. Yes, ma'am. Understood.
But I am here watching over all of you. I will do my best to keep you guys safe.
Now, you said this priest that's not really a priest that's causing this chaos in the capital. Am I allowed to go stop him?
As one of my acolytes, it is your duty. If you see anything happening that is breaking timelines or causing rifts, warps, whatever it may be, it is expected of you that you at least do your best to solve it. As I can't intervene as much as I would like to, that is why I'm allowed you three.
So how does that work with like the whole like not using magic around each other? Because like they're obviously using time magic, and like now I'm going to obviously be using time magic, and now we got like 2 time magic, and that's bad.
It is. Mind yourself, Therian. I know you can do it.
So I'll just hit him a bunch of times. Got it.
The mace isn't always the worst option. I should know, and she like grabs the hilt of the longsword that's strapped to her side. Sometimes things need to be done the old-fashioned way.
So like, do I need to switch weapons now? Like, do I need to like get a longsword? Since like, I mean,
No, Therian, you do whatever it is that
Okay.
makes you comfortable.
You can get a sling.
I have a sling.
It works.
I already have I don't have a longsword though.
You do whatever you are comfortable with, whether it be the mace, whether you want a longsword, or whether it be that spear on your back. You do what is comfortable for you.
You do you, boo-boo.
Well, if there are no more questions of me, I'm sorry if I was a little vague. There's only so much I can share without messing things up.
So until next time.
Sheesh.
Until next time, all of you.
I guess
And
I can't say may the gods bless you because you are literally the god.
she kind of laughs, and you watch as she kind of fizzles away, and you guys are alone.
I think she solved our daddy issues.
Yours.
She just said we'd see ours again.
I don't have a dad.
You're not included in that sentence.
Oh, sorry. I thought we were just speaking. Oh, I'll be quiet.
You just need to find him. Don't know how.
We will.
Another time.
And as you guys are kind of huddled in your circle talking about what you're going to do next, you guys kind of stop and look. And the room has changed. It's back to where the beginning of the temple was. You all of a sudden hear the rush of the waterfall next to you. It's back to its like old state with the statue leaning over. You see that the arm is still broken off and on the ground, and hanging on the hand, you see what looks like a chain with almost like a medallion. Almost looks like it's hanging from the chain, off the hand of the statue.
I'll pick it up.
Okay, you pick it up and you look at it, and it's like this intricate metal casing with like different symbols and numbers written on it, and you open it up, and on the inside there's a watch. It's like a stopwatch.
I'll put that on.
Is it magical?
Are you gonna cast detect magic?
I could.
But what if I wanted that, Therion?
I'll cast detect magic.
Okay. You cast detect magic, and you sense a magical aura coming off of it.
I will identify it.
Okay. You also feel an aura coming from like behind you, and you notice that draped on like the pedestal of the statue, it looks like there's a cloak that wasn't there when you guys first got here. It's kind of just like draped across the pedestal of the statue. This like purple, almost shimmery with like swirls in it cloak is hanging there.
I will identify that too.
Okay.
Sorry, we're gonna hang out here for like half an hour. Give me.
Alright, short rest time.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys can take your short rest, and Ophelia sits here and starts identifying things. You identify the stopwatch, and you realize that it has a type of magic that you're not sure like what it is, but you know the feeling from Therion using the magic that he's been using. And you have the ability to click the stopwatch, and then you have a couple of seconds to do something that you would like to do, and then at the end of those couple of seconds, you immediately return back to where you were when you clicked the stopwatch.
It's your flavor, Therion.
It's my flavor.
Yeah, it's your flavor of magic.
Does it have like charges or?
It would have it's one use before it needs a rest.
So it has one charge.
Once a
Yes.
day.
Once a day.
It's a 1-day thing.
Can I have it?
No.
Why not?
Because it's Therion's flavor.
Flavor schmaver. Every time I ask for something, you guys say no.
What's the
I
road?
didn't say no.
Like you said no to all that gold.
I'll put.
You
I
guys
assume.
always tell me no.
I assume you give it to Therion.
Yeah.
This
The
one
watch.
will. This one will require attunement, Therion, but I put it into your treasure box on your character sheet. Exactly what it does.
Thank you.
The robe.
Oh.
You pick it up, and it kind of shimmers a little bit in the light. And Ophelia, you notice that kind of like not embroidered, but like magically placed on the inside of the cloak in like one of the corners. It says "My love" is written there in like a purple magical essence. But it kind of shimmers in the light a little bit, and you see these swirls around it, and you sense that there is like a summoning that you can do with it, where you summon some type of dagger, and that dagger can be thrown, and when it does extra damage from the ethereal plane when it hits something.
Ah, see, Ziddlezat, this is your flavor.
It's a robe. What am I supposed to do with a robe?
It's got a secret. It's got a secret magical dagger in it.
Magical dagger! like full sprint towards it, like it's like ugly. Like, you know, like you're trying to like get up out of a sitting position and into a full sprint.
It's like a Call of Duty zombie sprint.
Yeah.
Hey! I was gonna give it to you. You don't gotta like come at me like that.
I wasn't coming at you. I just wanted to see the dagger. I'm gonna start shaking the.
I'll like explain to him like how it works and like.
Oh, so I can't even see the dagger?
That's what's magic about it.
Are you tricking me?
No. You just gotta like spend a little time with it. See if you can figure it out. Here you go. I'll give him the cloak.
What color is it, Kyle?
It's a like purple and pink are kind of like swirled, and they don't like stop. Like it looks like the swirls almost move on the outside of the cloak.
Cool. I'm gonna immediately take off my clothes and start putting that one on.
Oh, jeez. Okay. No
That's
box
impressive.
here.
Wow.
I just look. I'm like, what? And he's like standing in like boxers and like a white T-shirt.
And as you put
I
it
have
on,
clothes on.
you see the words "My love" written across the inside of it, like at the bottom of the cloak.
I like my love. Who could that be?
And then I put into your treasure exactly what it does. Goodness gracious,
What?
Tyler,
What happened?
it's the Skype chat.
I'll let you know in a few minutes.
Well, I think it's time to go back to the surface.
I guess so.
All right, who's ready to go for a swim?
So you guys
Get
walk
outta
out
here.
into the waterfall. You have to duck underneath the water, and it kind of shoves you down again, and you swim out. You don't see any more fish people. You can still see the hole in the ground, but the fish people aren't there. And you swim out, and you eventually hit the shore of the lake of Ubbin Falls. You're gonna climb yourselves out of the water.
Make sure I'm reading this right, Kyle.
Mm-hmm.
I can still make the dagger. It just won't do the extra stuff.
Yes, once you
Unless I use a charge.
once you use the 3 charges, it's basically just like throwing a dagger.
Okay.
It's just
Making
kind of
sure.
like it's just a free dagger that you can throw once you use up the charges.
Gotcha.
To Cashire.
Well, we need to go back to Hill Struggle first.
For what reason?
Oh,
Check on them.
yeah. There was some concerning something when we were leaving.
There was that, yeah, the disturbance. Oh.
Plus, they're awesome.
Yeah, we should check on them.
I
Yeah.
mean, they were kind of mean to me.
Were you nice
kinda
to
mean
them?
I wasn't rude.
You were a little mean to them.
How?
If people don't know you, then you come off as just a teeny tiny little bit rude.
Are you calling me short?
No, I'm calling you angry.
You are short.
And angry.
I am not. I'm gonna start throwing my.
Huh?
Those have a tantrum.
Yo, baby, upset.
Oh, is it the angry?
You know what? I don't have to take this. I was gonna make you guys pajamas. You're not getting. Now I'm gonna make them out of scratchy wool. I'll show you.
Oh, man.
No.
No.
That's right. Suffer the consequences. Tyler, you really did a good job there. Good job, Ziddle Zap. Got him right where I want him.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat it.
So as you guys continue to bicker, you start walking around the lake and the rivers, and you notice that the day is seems about where it was when you first entered the Temple of Time. But you walk around the rivers and you start heading your way back to Hillshuggle as you bicker and argue. That is where we are going to end tonight's session and pick up next time.
No, we should just keep playing.
Or we could play in like a week.
Or
Bad idea, because I'm fucking tired.
go get coffee. The show must go on, Kyle.
Or no.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
no.
Oh, nor.
No, no.
No.
Yeah.
Forgot my portfolio.
I don't want to play no
You all, after that session, are now level 4.
Yes!
And Therian,
Sick.
you are able to swap out your domain if you would like to.
Hell yeah.
Yes. second level spells.
I should just send me all the
Yeah,
time.
Do you know
I think
the
I
worst
have a
part-
PDF. Otherwise, I'll
the
get
worst
one.
part is I have like 13 spells. The problem is they're all first in cantrips.
Dude, I felt that with Paige. Like, that's how he's been.
I have 11 spells.
Ooh, I
just
learned a new
ASI.
cantrip.
Oh,
Alright.
Lord.
I'm gonna roll my hit.
Hey, I'm a homebrew.
Oh shit! I gotta send you. Do I have to send you more stuff?
No, not for
Okay.
level 4.
It's
I
level
don't-
5 that I gotta
Yeah.
fix up.
A
that
list of-
list.
Third level spells.
Yeah.
ASI, what am I going to put it in? For Paladin, it's strength and what?
Paladin, it is strength and charisma.
Alright, so 13 strength.
I think it might be strength or dex and charisma.
Yeah.
You don't want to worry about strength because I know you're dex based, aren't you?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
What?
Okay, so
That
let's
is-
put...
That is plus 11 HP, homies.
And then we can talk about it more when we're off stream, Michael. But if you want to
Yeah.
look into that, I was like asking Jake for some advice and talking about it, and we can talk about like you like switching around your stats or something like that, or
Okay.
we'll figure out a way to get you there faster than trying to get your 6 charisma up to a
Well, I could-
13.
I could dump strength and I could just switch charisma and strength.
Yeah, so like something like that, or we'll figure something out.
Yeah.
Or I can just give him etiquette lessons.
That I mean, yeah, there's definitely ways we can do that. But next time we
man.
come back, we will see what our adventurers do in Hillshuggle. We will see how Therion takes to his new powers, as he will now be a time domain cleric. And then, yeah, we'll be back and we'll do all that. So we'll start with our goodbyes. Catherine, while you're doing all your leveling up, you want to tell people where they can find you?
Sure. Hello, everyone. My name's Kat, aka That RPG Chick. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, pretty much all social media under that username. I occasionally stream on my personal channel. I haven't been the past couple of weeks because I've been super busy with life and stuff. But yeah, if you follow me over there and come hang out, I like to play like Apex or old school RuneScape. And I just started a playthrough of Skyrim as well. First time, I've never played it before, so it's fun. If you want to come hang out with me, that's where you can do that. And thanks for coming out tonight.
Cool. And then, oh crap, I'm not looking at things. Jacob, tell people where we can find you at.
Hey, everybody. My name is Jacob, as Kyle just said. And tonight I played Ziddle Zap the Booyog. Thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out. And if you want to come hang out with me personally, you can find me on all social media, JakeTheBard_. And you can find me here on Saturdays, DMing Mandari's Curse. And Mondays, playing Bravado Strongjaw in Folly of the Lost Gods. Thanks
Folly.
again.
Folly of the Lost Gods.
Folly of the Lost Gods. Folly of the Gods. They're not lost. I'm lost in the sauce. I'm going to quit talking now. Tyler, you can have a turn.
Tyler, go ahead and have a turn.
What's up, everybody? My name's Tyler. I obviously, you see, I played the God's Chosen, Therion himself, tonight. Oh, you're just jealous, Cat. You guys can catch me at MiniKnight17_ on everything. I stream sometimes. Want to get back into that? Really, just a matter of finding time to do it. Hopefully, with school slowing down a little bit, I'll be able to jump back into it here in the next couple of weeks. But thanks for coming out tonight. I appreciate it. We all appreciate it. We all appreciate you. Hope to see you again.
Cool. And then, last but not least, Michael, where can we find you?
Yeah, you can find me here on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram at Darth Brennan. I want to get back into streaming. I just haven't had the energy for it. But I'm looking to get back into it soon with some more Tarkov stuff. But yeah, check me out there, and thank you so much for coming out. We really love all the support and stuff. Yeah, thanks.
Perfect. And then I'm Kyle. I'm obviously the Dungeon Master of this campaign, and you can catch me playing a player in our other 2 campaigns. Be sure to come back on Saturday for Mandari's Curse. And then, of course, Sunday we have Ivastea History Check, and Monday, Folly of the Gods. And if you can't remember all of that, because it's a whole lot going on, be sure to hit that follow button and join our Discord and all that cool stuff, because we post in there about when we're going live and all that stuff. So be sure to do that. Personally, you can follow me at The Winking Wizard here on Twitch and on Twitter and on Instagram and all that stuff. It's all the same. So if you want to hang out with me on any of those social medias, go ahead and head over there. But other than that, I think that's about it from all of us. So we will see you guys on Saturday. And as always...